Hi everyone, we're going to have a look today at RSS feeds. The RSS feed is this little headline scroll coming across the bottom of my screen here now. This is a brand new fresh copy of KODI with the Confluence skin. Depending on the skin you're using, the build you're using and the settings that you've input will depend on where that RSS feed shows up across your screen. There are hundreds and hundreds, thousands of RSS feeds available. So if you're looking at just putting something into your build, you can simply go onto Google and Google search for RSS feed URL and the subject of what you're looking for. So it could be news, it could be weather, it could be football fixtures. There's literally thousands of them available that you can input into KODI. But we're going to have a look today specifically at writing your own RSS feed. This is particularly helpful if you have your own wizard with other people using it. It's a great way for you to get some information across to them about updates that you've done on the build, interesting things they can try on the build, even down to websites that they could visit as a resource for learning a little bit more about KODI. Absolutely anything. And basically there's three parts to what we're going to have a look at today. We're going to have a look at creating and editing the RSS feed XML document. We need to have a look about hosting it on the internet so that it's available, and then we need to look at how we input that host data into your KODI build. And that's it. It really is that simple. That's RSS feed, or really simple syndication. So first step is, how do we edit the document? In the pin post you'll find a copy of this file, the master RSS XML. This is the file that creates our RSS newsfeed, and this is the one that we need to edit now. So we're going to simply open that up with Notepad++, and you see how simple it is. Top couple of lines here just telling KODI that it's an RSS newsfeed, what version it is, and then on line 3 here you can see this is the first field that you can alter, and this is going to be the title, the very first thing that scrolls across your screen. So let's call this my wizard news feed. You can call it anything you like, obviously. Underneath here you can see that we have got 1, 2, 3 areas that we can enter text into. As it says here, subscribe to Simple KODI, it's free, and there's also one that's blank. Now the reason for this is that you must have these 1, 2, 3 text areas in order for the RSS feed to work. If there's 1 or 2, it simply won't show up on screen at all. We need 3. But the workaround is that any of them can be blank, as this one here is blank. So if you don't have enough to fill out 3 fields, simply leave them blank like this and it'll still work. If you want more, you can simply copy and paste these. You just need to observe that there is a line before and after each descriptor area. So we can simply just copy and here paste, and there you go. You see you've got an extra item ready for you to input whatever you want to input in. So all of these you can just put in anything you like. Info on my wizard. It's free, of course, always on KODI. And then this down here is the closing statement that tells that the RSS feed has finished. That is the XML document for your RSS newsfeed. It really is that simple. You can put into here web addresses for things, you can put into here your Facebook support page if you have one, anything at all you need. That is how we edit this document for the first time. Once we've done that and we get it hosted, we can then just edit it from the host from now on. But this is the initial editing here. So next thing we're going to have a look at is hosting. So in the pin post again, there's a section on hosting. You just need to find the pin host in the pin post in the group, and you will find here this little section on hosting, and this is for hosting your whole build, your wizard, but the same thing applies. So you can see that it's recommended to use either archive or free hosting or Hostinger. I've used all three. I like all three. At the moment I'm using free hosting with a premium account myself, and that's where I host my RSS feed as well as my wizard files and everything. So in my control panel you can see here that I have got my RSS feed here, and I've given it my own name now. You can call it anything you like. obviously make a note of what you call it because you need to link it into your KODI Build. So depending upon which hosting facility you're using, the way you edit this will be different. On free hosting that I'm using here, it's very easy. I can just click on the code editor here, click on edit, and here you can see my RSS feed. Now this is for my personal wizard, but as you can see up here at the top, you've got that information that's telling it it's an RSS feed, what version it is. You've then got the title, and you can see then that I've got several different text areas filled in, and even a couple of blank ones sitting there just in case I have anything I want to add in a hurry. Now I can go on and edit this at any time at all, and once I'm done editing, I just click on Save Changes there. It's telling me I haven't made any changes this time, of course, and that will instantly live push that RSS feed over to all of the builds onto which the URL is entered. That is how you put it up on the host, and that's how you're going to edit it on the post. So just to have a quick look again, host it wherever you want within your public HTML, of course, and when you want to edit it, just select it depending upon the host service you're using. Code editor, edit with code. Sometimes in hosting it's just edit, and the document will open up. You can make any changes you want. Don't forget to save those changes, and it will then push straight live across onto all of the builds that it's displayed on. That's it, that's your hosting. So we've created our RSS feed.xml file, we've learned how to edit it, we've uploaded it onto our host. Now all we need to do is just point KODI in the right direction to go ahead and find it. So we're going to go into systems here, we're going to go into settings, and then at the top of the list here, appearance, and again at the top of the list, skin. This will obviously look a little bit different depending on your skin, but the settings are always the same. You can turn your RSS newsfeed on and off by clicking here, and underneath that you have the edit facility. Now if this is your first time doing this, when you click on edit, you're going to get this little pop-up asking you to download an add-on called RSS Editor. You need that to carry on, it just takes a second, so click yes. And here we are now, you see this is the RSS Editor. And it's showing us that by default in KODI there are 3 different RSS newsfeed URLs already input. We don't need those. What I can tell you is that you can't delete all 3 and then start again from scratch. Honestly, I don't know why that is, but we're going to delete 2 and edit the final one. So here we go, I'm just going to remove that one, I'm going to remove that one, and on this final one here, just click on it to edit. And this is where you enter the URL for your personal RSS newsfeed. So this is mine here. It's got a bit of a horribly complicated name. You don't need that, of course, but whatever it's called, the path up on your host, that's what you need to input into here. Remember to include .xml at the end and click on done. It then asks you the update interval, how often it's going to refresh the information. 30 works fine. Enter there, and finally OK. And that's it. That's our RSS newsfeed information input into KODI. So now we just go back to the home screen, and down here now you can see that that's your newsfeed scrolling across the screen. And at any point that somebody wants to have a good read of it, they can just hold the mouse over it, that stops it flowing. That is how you set up an RSS newsfeed, how you put it up onto a host, and how you enter the URL into KODI. I hope that you found this video useful. Please remember the rules of this group. It's not really a for-profit group, so don't go off and use this information to make a load of money. And if you found the information useful, try to pay it forward and perhaps show somebody else how to do it. Thanks very much for watching.